So I got a Corvette, and you guys are sitting in it. Yeah. So I have the torque head set up, sort of installed. All I have to do is put the components on the motor and put the motor in. Now, really cool thing about everything that's gone on. I'm really actually pretty happy about how everything has kind of progressed and at the speed in which it has done so. I've wanted so badly to just get this car put together and, get going down the road. And, that's loose. I need to probably check that out. Anyway, the reason why I am happy is because, well, it's kind of forcing me to take a step back and look at things from a little bit bigger picture, bigger perspective, I guess you could say. It's forcing me to take my time on things, and let's just face it, at the end of the day, I can't rush the machine shop, nor would I want to. The really neat thing about all this is I'm sitting here, I have a situation, I'm kind of reorganizing things here. What am I doing here? So I'm kind of transitioning from one YouTube project to another. Those of you guys who have followed me from my original YouTube channel, or my big YouTube channel to this channel, know what I'm kind of on about. But I'm kind of transitioning from that because no matter what's going on, I'm probably not going to go down the adventure that my YouTube career originally started me out as. Well, I've always done cars, but I digress. So anyway, as far as the Corvette thing is concerned, or as far as my other YouTube channel thing is concerned, not really going to be a big thing in the future, I guess you could say. So I'm making the conscious effort to transition from that, which has been a stagnant project for going on 3 years now, to switching over to this Corvette stuff. So, so I'm kind of setting everything up to where I'm doing. I've got my little shop cart, and I've got my tool rigs and everything, and I'm getting my tools that I need to put these cars together and do things with that. Really cool thing though is I think I'm going to be much less stressed in this endeavor than I was in my previous endeavor. So where's the Corvette going? What's going on with the Corvette? So it is getting toward the end of June, and I really, really, really wanted to have the car put together at the beginning of August. There's a Corvette show that I really want to take the car to, but I'm not really at the point where I want to rush it and then end up going and then it being a bad time for me. That being said, I'm really happy with how things have gone with the motor, with everything, because it's just is what it is. So, moving forward, I'm going to be doing car stuff primarily for my YouTube stuff. So, I'm kind of, like I said, I'm transitioning from my previous projects to solely working on car stuff. So I'm kind of going with that. So anyway, here we are. We got all my car stuff just kind of stacked in one spot. I'm going to be rebuilding this block here. Okay, let me get this out of the way here. I'm going to be rebuilding that block. I'm going to do a stock rebuild on that just to kind of have as kind of a whatever motor, because there's been a couple of Camaros that I've come across and I really, really, really have been itching at getting one of them, and they all have head gasket issues. So might be getting a Corvette or a Camaro at some point, but I still do want to get another Corvette. So where I'm at with that project, our process, really, I did get an inkling earlier this year that I wanted to get another, and I decided probably should wait until the one I have right now is back up and running. Once we do that, then I'll be able to go back after it and get things squared away how they should be. So anyway, so I have my alternator pigtail that I have to replace. What I'm going to do is I've ordered a plug, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these plugs out, and I'm going to put the new plug body on, so I don't have to re-splice anything. And it just, I really don't need the wiring harness per se. I just need the plug. So that's what I'm going to do. As long as the wire clips are the same, if I pop it off and there it is and the clip isn't the same, then obviously I can't do that. But, man, this is going to be great. So here I am with the Corvette. All of this stuff that needs to be done. I'm looking at the brakes, right? The rear brake caliper, I believe, needs to be replaced because I can't find a part that just, the practicality, the time I'll be spending on getting into that brake to fix the parking brake gear will be, it'll be far less of a pain in the butt just to pull the caliper off and swap it out with a good one. So gonna need to be getting a new caliper if I want to replace or if I want to fix my parking brake on this. So that's gonna happen after I get the car running. Once I get the car running and driving and everything, there we go. So I'm sitting here looking at everything. Everything's pretty clean. I'm gonna take some brushes to all this. I'm gonna get in here and just kind of start cleaning up. This week the machine shop. Well, last week the machine shop called me. Let me know that, it's been about 5 weeks since they've had my rotating assembly, but they wanted to call me and let me have an update as to what's going on. That way I didn't start panicking. And they said that all is well, and we are on track to get my rotating assembly back here so I can start monkeying with it middle of next, or I guess today's Sunday, so it'd be the middle of next week. So I got my gaskets for the car. So I just I know I said I wouldn't order that set again, but it's the only LT4 intake gasket that I could find. But I am going to be modifying the position of them. So I made a whole video on them. These exhaust manifold gaskets, I've used these in the past on other cars, and that's kind of where I'm at with that. These are the valve cover gaskets that I have had. I had these on before. I put these on my car 3 years ago, and I've had the extra set. So these head gaskets here, these are 26 thousandths compressed, and these are basically like your Impala SS head gasket. A lot of people talk them up. That's what I'm going to be using with the reconstruction effort. So that's going to increase my quench. I did not deck the block, so rather than getting my block to a point where it's going to be the word escapes me. So in order to tighten up my quench, I am, instead of using a 41 thousandths head gasket like came from factory, I was going to use these originally, but the block was straight right on the money. Straight. So I elected, you know what? Let's just preserve that. We'll use them fancy head gaskets for another build another day. So at the end of the day, what am I going to be doing here? I'm going to be dumping a lot of money into motor stuff and car parts here in the near future, which, you know, it isn't like my other YouTube channel where I've got sponsors. So yeah, which sucks because this stuff is exceptionally expensive. But anyway, the motor is darn near ready to go. We're just gonna have to, go slow. I did get the ATI super damper, so that's going to be going in place of the LT4 front damper. Now, my thought process here is I am going to, and we're just using this block here as a placeholder for me talking about another one. I've measured this one here. We're going to talk about this block specifically. I measured this block out. This block is fine. The only thing that I really would need to do to it is cam bearings and get it magged. What I would probably end up doing is taking this block specifically, taking it in and getting it decked to 10 thousandths. And then I would probably, I definitely, if I'm doing that, I'm going to just get it, decked to 10 thousandths. I'm going to hone the block. Well, I've already honed the block. I did it by hand, but I'm just going to check it, make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to flux it, have it fluxed, and then, obviously cam bearings and freeze plugs. But talking about this motor as if it's a placeholder, the other block that I've got picked out for another build, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically clone what I've got going on here. I'm just going to make it a short block. I'm going to make it a short block, and it's going to be just basically a spare motor. When I went to Carlisle last year, I went to Carlisle because I was looking for two things. One was an extra flywheel. I ended up finding that. Another one was an extra set of cylinder heads. And I don't, for the life of me, understand why. I'll get into that later. That's another story for another time. But anyway, so I've got that going. I basically am going to build a replacement for this if anything ever happens. All I'll need to do is pull this motor, put the other one in, swap some sensors, swap my heads. So basically I'll have an extra short block. Now, does that mean I'm going to build it up the same? No. I'm not going to have a cam. I'm not going to have anything fancy in it. It's just going to be the same. It's going to be the same exact motor. Just, the rods, the pistons, everything is going to be exactly the same. So, my flywheel there. So what I'm going to do, that flywheel, or the rotating assembly that's going to go in my spare motor, that's going to be the flywheel probably for it. But circling back to everything, this motor here, I've got my pick of the litter as far as pistons is concerned. I'm going to measure out, see which ones fit best in what holes, and I'm going to be just basically putting that together, just making sure everything's good to go. And the really cool thing, before I decided to get my get forged pistons and forged rods, I decided to take my connecting rods from the LT4 and get them checked out and sized and everything. And so I've got essentially a good to go set of 5/7 rods, and I've got plenty of pistons to pick from. So I'm going to basically pick whatever ones I think are needed. If it comes to the point where I mean, the cylinder bores in that thing are awesome. So I don't. What I really need to do is I need to check to see what size all of them are. So I might actually do that here after I get off this. But yeah, so I gotta take and go through and figure out what pistons I'm gonna use, and yeah, if they all look good, then great, awesome. I'll throw them together. If not, I'm gonna take and I'll take that set to the machine shop and have them resize that set of connecting rods, or I'll have them take. I don't know. I just got to figure out what is more practical as far as expense wise. But anyway, I'll take these connecting rods, have them put them on another set of pistons or something. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. I don't know. And then I might do like a hot cam, an LT4 hot cam. And then I'll do a mild port on a set of LT1 heads. I don't know. Obviously I'm not going to do the port on the LT1 heads, but yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out there. I have the computer that came from ALT4, which this is also another idea that I had. I've got the computer from ALT4, and I might just find a set of LT4 heads and just rebuild a factory stock LT4, and yeah, that'd be a fun little bump over stock LT1. I don't know. Just ideas I got rolling around up in the noggin. But anyway, like I said, I got pistons coming out the wazoo. I've got five motors worth of parts. I've got 4 sets of heads, 4 intake manifolds. Yeah, I'm sitting pretty. I was thinking about the intake manifold. If I decide to do another one, I was thinking about the intake manifold, doing something fancy with the paint. I know there's some powder coat options out there that are good to use. I was kind of wanting like a crackle paint. I've seen that. Like think old shop tool steel case. No, I don't have one. You guys know the light blue that machine tools used to have, and they had like that crackle looking paint. It was a textured powder coating or whatever on them. Anyway, I digress. That's kind of what I would want to do with that. I think that would look really cool. Not sure what you call that, but anyway, yeah. And I've got 3 good sets of lifters. Man, I'm in it to win it now, I guess. But so I've got a couple of stock camshafts. If you guys are seeing anything in my in my parts pile that you guys would be interested in, let me know. The LT4 OptiSpark, I am keeping that. I'm going to be using that for another car or another project. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. Yeah, so I've got my LT4 computer. Guys, I'm pretty stoked as to what's going to happen next. I'm really actually pretty happy about this. It would be really nice to get a new set of LT4 pistons. I wasn't entirely sure how I felt about these pistons. That's why I didn't want to use them again. A couple of them were really scuffed up, so I really didn't want to use them. And then when I went to go find a couple of pistons, it just wasn't happening. So that'd be a cool idea, just rebuilding it as a stock LT4. But I don't know. Just ideas rolling around on the noggin, like I said. And yeah, so that's where I'm at with this. So Let me go back out here to the car. I want to talk about just one more thing here. I do apologize for all of the update videos, the whole year's worth of update videos of check it out. I got a car on jack stands, you know, a whole year of this. Actually, no, she's only been down and non-running for, what would you guys say, February? Since February. And yeah, so I mean it's not been down that long, but in the grand scheme of things, a lot of people, they get to this point and then they sit on the car until they lose total interest in it and they end up not being able to do anything with it. So yeah, there's that. So yeah. So as far as underneath the engine bay and everything's concerned, I need to go just kind of around the car and just do a checklist of things that I really think that I want to do versus what actually needs to be done with the car. So I don't know. I think there's a lot that needs to be done to this car yet. Maintenance wise, not a lot going on that's going to be needed for the car, which is very fortunate. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, so as far as that's concerned, I think I'm sitting pretty on that, but you know, the wants list, there's a lot of things I want. I'm not going to do the long tube headers right now because I want to enjoy the car the way it is. Frankly, I'm running out of money for the project right now. I've got that I need to get rebuilt. Well, I don't need to rebuild it. It's already together. I just need to do a whole bunch of little stuff to that. I've got a Ford Excursion. The body control module went out in it, and the instrument cluster is doing the thing where it keeps turning the exterior lights on and off. So yeah, that's fun. So my main vehicle is down because of that, but I have extras, so it's not that end of the world. It's not the end of the world. And right now, I don't drive it because it's exceptionally hot, and I have another vehicle with air, and that one doesn't have air for, you know, whatever reason. This one has air too, but yeah. And I've been doing this pretty smart where I just kind of like unplug everything and just kind of prop it out of the way. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, that's about it. That's all I got. I'll do another update video when I get everything back, and I will, I think what I'll do is I'll give you guys a rundown of what I'm going to do with everything and how soon I expect to have well, okay, I can't do anything with putting the motor in just yet. I've got three things that I need to get. I need to get push rods. I need to order custom link push rods, but I don't know what size they are yet, so I got to wait on that. So I got to order custom link push rods, and I got to get fuel injectors still. I know what fuel injectors, I've already got them picked out. I just have to get them. So I've been spreading things out over time. That way, everything, you know, I don't want to dump everything that I have into the car and then not have any money for months. That's kind of where I'm going with everything. Yeah, so anyway, unlike my other YouTube channel, it was self-sustaining. Maybe one day we'll get that way with this, and if we can do that with this, then, or this channel, then we'll do some fun stuff. But yeah, not yet. But let me think here. Yeah, but I'll do an update video when I get that stuff back. And anyway, I can't do anything really because I need motor mounts, and I need injectors, and I need push rods. So I can't really go too crazy putting the car together or putting the motor back together. I need to degree the cam. So yeah, that's a tool I need to get, is a cam degree wheel. So that's something that I need to get. You know, I mean, it's fun. I've been getting tools because of this, and I'm very happy about that. But at the end of the day, I don't want to make it where, you know, I'm getting all this stuff that I don't need necessarily. So yeah, but anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got for this video here. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free, leave them in the comment section below. That's all I got to rattle about. So I got a Corvette. Thank you guys for watching, and you are looking at it. Hopefully the end of the month, the end of next month, I'll be giving you guys an update video from the driver's seat.